Hey everyone, today's build guide is going to be covering the Vanguard Lady Boudicea. Boudicea is a neutral hero that you first encounter in Act 1, but then recruit later during Act 3. As you can see, due to her late recruitment and her neutral morality, it can be a bit difficult to get her loyalty up. Even without the loyalty bonuses, I have found she is still extremely strong and very useful. The reason I'm choosing to cover Boudicea as my first Vanguard build guide is that she is one of the more unique Vanguards in the game and has a few abilities that I personally really like and make her stand out from the rest in my eyes. Or I guess in this case, a lack of some abilities. You can see already looking at her skill tree that she does not have any trap abilities, and most Vanguards, I think all of them even, other than her, have trap skills in some form. Traps aren't weak really by any means, but their playstyle isn't really my cup of tea. I don't really like placing them down and waiting for the enemies to trigger them. That's not very fun or engaging for me. So if you're like me and looking for a Vanguard that leans full tilt into the assassin gameplay, then she just may be the hero for you. Beginning with essences, you can see I don't currently have any equipped on her, and that is because essences are very limited in this game, and many of the ones I would give to her I have already spent on other heroes, some by mistake, or just because I gave them to a hero that was my usual go-to damage dealer. That being said, Boudicea and just Vanguards in general are very capable of being your run's primary damage dealer. I don't think you'll find many complaints, if any, when it comes to going that route. First, and probably most obviously, is the Essence of Annihilation. A flat plus 10% weapon damage buff is always going to be useful, and this one's probably going to be going to whoever you choose to be your kind of consistent primary damage dealer you're going to be carrying with you for the rest of the game. If you still want to use her, but maybe she's not your primary damage dealer, my backup for this one would be the Essence of Mutilation. I don't really use this one a whole lot due to the sort of RNG nature, but giving a 10% chance for double damage isn't bad. If she's not your primary damage dealer, you're not the one you're looking for the most consistent damage, this could be good, a nice little RNG surprise for you. Second is Essence of Speed, plus 1 to the maximum AP. Your Vanguards are going to be doing a lot of running around the map, doing some jumping around, just spending a lot of AP. So having extra AP to help ensure that she can navigate where she needs to and then still move in to get an attack in or two. All the AP counts, so this is a pretty natural pick. Third, Essence of Extermination, another pretty obvious one. AP per kill is really strong on your damage dealers, especially when it stacks with the various other AP per kill abilities Vanguards already have. So this can really help you get more hits in, get more kills, and just rack up a high kill count in one round. Lastly is Essence of Dodge. This one is a bit more specific to her, as you'll see in her skill breakdown. She actually has a built-in dodge chance. Increasing that is going to be more effective than putting it on most of the other characters in the game. My backup for Essence of Dodge would probably be the Essence of Deflection, if you decide to not give this to your tank. She is a bit squishy, and while you never want to end her turn out in the open, sometimes you miscount, you mess up, and you end her turn without her being tucked away, she can get melted down by archers pretty quick. She is squishy. So being able to mitigate that a bit is nothing to overlook. Moving on to her gear, the general theme for any Vanguard gear really is going to be stats that boost mobility, backstab, surprise attack, and things that boost the hide ability. These things are your priorities, and as long as you have some combination of these, you're basically set. For my Boudicea here, though, I think she has a couple standout items. For armor, we have the Sign of Alanos. That's plus 1 AP and plus 2 AP on the first turn of the encounter. Extra AP, as I mentioned before, is very useful for all the running around and then going in and getting attacks and then backing out and then hiding. There's a lot of actions you're doing in a single turn, so having enough AP for those is vital. The extra AP on the first turn I find is very useful for being able to get a bit more distance and maybe position yourself in better spots, closer to the enemy, far enough off to one side or the other. The extra HP, it's not a big difference, but it does help with a little bit of the tankiness problem and getting some of it back on vitality damage. We don't want that happening, but if it does, this can maybe make the difference between her dying or getting an injury and just getting hurt. The weapon is Tainted Blade Rune. This first ability applies poison on a hit, and Boudicea already has a talent for this, so this is actually a bit redundant. Normally, I would respec and actually remove this talent point, as it is now covered by our weapon, and put it somewhere else. But I want to keep the build in a state that is most general use as possible. So the poison on this is actually useful, as it would free up a talent point. Next is Backstabs ignoring 12 armor. This is great for taking down those bulky units like a lot of the Fomorians. And as we want nearly, if not all of our attacks to be backstabs, this can add up to a pretty decent damage difference. Then we have just extra backstab damage and extra backstab damage against poison units. I'm not really sure why that needed to be broken up into two different line items, because the weapon applies poison, so you're always going to be getting that extra 14. A total of plus 20, that is a lot. Here we have the Ring of Epona. This first ability is the main reason for this ring. Movement skills can be used for movement AP. Now, this helps us save a little bit of AP with our jump ability, but helps us save a lot of AP with our jumping attack ability. Jumping attack is a 5 AP move, and it is tagged with the movement tag, and I have tested it. It does count towards this. So you can save 5 AP that can be just done for any other ability with this ring. That's a big difference. Second is ignoring 100% of attacked units' block values. Now, we never really want to be doing frontal attacks, but sometimes we can't help it. They're either too far away, so we can't get behind them, or they're in a corner. By ignoring the block value, when we do a frontal attack, the damage drop-off is already huge from a back to a front attack, but this ability here really helps save the damage a bit, so instead of doing terrible damage, we're doing okay damage. We're gaining 8 HP per kill. It's alright. Again, you don't want to be taking damage, but if you do, this can come in a bit clutch. And the plus 3 unbreakable armor in a duel is pretty much pointless. 3 unbreakable armor is so little, that's basically nothing. And she's 90% of the time going to be so far away from the group that other characters and abilities that can help add on to that unbreakable armor will just be out of range. Last is the Horn of Kernunos. Now this is a really good item. We have gained plus 2 AP when starting a turn hidden and plus 2 movement AP when starting a turn hidden. And you want pretty much all your turns to start hidden. This is a gain of 4 free AP. With just our items, this and our armor piece here, that's an extra attack. 2 movement AP. Able to close the gap and get in to take advantage of that extra attack we are now granting to ourselves. The lowering of detection range against hidden isn't really relevant for most enemy types, as with upgrades it's already very, very small, but this can actually make a difference against Seelie and Unseelie enemies with their higher detection ranges. Last, plus 18 damage to surprise attack. That's just an enormous damage boost. As for her skills, I'll briefly cover all of the sort of standard Vanguard stuff that they'll all generally be taking. Beginning with Jump, excellent mobility move. You're taking all the upgrades on this for range, cost reduction, cooldown. For Hide, obviously, this is very integral to Vanguards. You're increasing the surprise bonus range and damage, getting some extra movement, decreasing the detection range, taking this for some extra movement AP, take that again down here in tier 3. We're taking Assassination for extra damage against low health targets. With the upgrade, this becomes 40% instead of 25%. Just raw damage bonus here. Extra damage against a bleeding or poison. Every Vanguard has a means of applying bleeding or poison on their own, so you want this. AP per kill. Backstab damage bonuses through these two. Even more damage bonus if it's also a surprise attack. Really easy to pull off. And then applying vulnerability. This fourth one is for armor piercing. I don't really bother with this one. Reducing the cost of hide, as well as getting a bonus AP if you start hidden. And then ignoring opportunity attacks. Now, one of the main reasons I like Boudicea is because you can see in her tier 1, she does not have Bear Trap. Instead, she has Flurry. Flurry is a lower damage move, but a multi-target move. And I like this because it allows for some multi-kill potential for a cheaper AP efficiency. With the upgrade, you can get this to attacking 3 enemies instead of just 2. Apply armor breaking, AP per kill, and this is just a bonus damage. With this AP per kill, that means if you get 3 kills, you get 3 AP, and this is netting a cost of only 1 AP. Now with the damage being lower than basic attacks, you may be worrying about not getting kills with this, but you can remember with backstab and surprise bonuses, you'll be surprised with how often you can still get kills with this. And getting multiple kills for cheaper AP, that's always good because that means you have more AP left over to go kill something else. Or maybe there are higher health targets, so with the flurry, now they're weakened, so you can secure the kill with your basic attack. Or you weaken them enough where they're super low, you can just ignore them, move Boudicea off to a higher health, more priority target, and let your other teammates with their ranged abilities finish off this now super low health target. Either way, there's just so many scenarios where you can save AP on Boudicea so she can focus damage onto more deserving targets. In tier 2, this is where we have dodge, just a 15% dodge chance with the essence is 25%, so now she has a 1 in 4 for attacks to just miss. Given the frailness of Vanguards, I think this is well worth it. But for her active skill in tier 2, we have encouragement, and this is a really strong support ability. Now this may sound weird taking a support ability on a Vanguard, and you may not use it super often, but this definitely has its moments where it shines. There are definitely a number of cases I've ran into where Boudicea just doesn't have the AP to secure the kill on the target, but she does have enough to regroup with her party, pop encouragement, and now enable them to go get the kill for her. This does require you to be adjacent to them. It's not like Inspire, but that's usually not too difficult given all the movement AP she can get. And with this upgrade here, it's really important for a plus 20% damage boost. Using this ability with this upgrade is amazing. Like I mentioned, sometimes she can't do it all, and when that's the case, she can enable her party to fill in for her. Last is jumping attack. This is a baseline Vanguard move, but I still wanted to cover it a bit, as with her, this 5 AP cost, because of our ring, is essentially a free attack with all the movement AP we're starting with when we start a turn hidden. Now if you don't have this ring, this is still a very good move. Now this move isn't used super often, but sometimes it is your best option for getting damage or maybe even a kill on a distance target that you just can't reach with your leftover AP. That's all for the skills, so let's see her in action. Okay, for our first fight here, we're playing the Wargwood again, level 25 endgame mission, and as you can tell by the health pools, playing on very hard. Decided this would be a good chance to show the amount of damage she can pump into some single targets. They have large enough health pools, I think, to really show that off. Alright, kind of got it set up a little bit. Gonna have Boudicea hide, move her up just a little bit so we don't have to spend too much movement on the next turn. Some of these guys are probably going to wrap around Galahad here and just pass. And they didn't move as much as I was hoping, but that's okay. We have a lot of movement AP, as you can see here. We got 7. So that should be plenty. Just gonna move to here. Very important we position ourselves for those backstabs. And just look at that. And the follow-up hit gonna be even harder, as he's gonna be dropping below that vitality threshold for that assassinate. And on this next one, actually, I'm going to reposition a little bit, take advantage of flurry. Oh, those weren't backstabs. There, you see, perfect example why backstabs are so crucial. Even just a flanking attack did 2 armor damage. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pop Divine Favor here to get a little extra AP. Reposition, get 1 good attack in before the round ends. Huge difference.
I serve the Lord.
Pop an Inspire.
So many offerings.
So that way we can back up and hide. You always want to try and end your turn in hidden. You can see she's very, very squishy. One of these dudes could mess her up pretty hard in a single hit. Alright. Just move up 1 space, and look at that. This time with backstab and surprise attack, it's just busted. I mean, there's the huge armor break, but it doesn't really matter. We do so much damage anyways. It's just deleting. 272 going to negative 136. Then we're going to hide again. We have enough AP as they're close enough. And we're just going to move right here. Get that surprise bonus again. And just eviscerate them. And then hide. So here real quick, I just wanted to show a little bit of a clip from one of the fights in Three Sisters. One of the reasons why I really like Boudicea. It's this flurry attack, offering her a bit more multi-kill potential than other Vanguards. As you can see here, we managed to creep around on their backline, got some of these annoying archers, and instead of sinking in 6 AP into killing each of them, we can do flurry for 4, kill 1, weaken the other, and this is now soft enough where we don't need to waste any more AP on Boudicea. Have one of our ranged units just move up a little bit, cast this, finish him off. That burn dot should be more than enough to finish him, and then we can just move on. And just start going down the line, taking out the rest of the units. For our last fight, we have the picked ambush that happens during the Three Sisters mission. Much lower detection ranges on these guys, so we can very easily sneak up on them.
Which one should I take?
Some of them even starting right next to us, and you can see how crazy this detection range is. We just move over 1 space, hide, move back in, dead. Compare that to the damage we're doing to this guy from front facing. I mean, 50 damage isn't bad, but when you compare it to the type of damage you can do when you're doing a back attack, right? Now all of a sudden we're doing over 100. Step that up even further. Let's go ahead and pop Inspire so we can finish this demonstration. Now we're doing 300. Gonna move over here. Attack, attack. Now, she does not have enough AP to get over here and attack him. Certainly not enough to get the kill. We could jump, get an attack in, but I'm instead going to use her turn to use her encouragement. 20% extra damage. Stack that with another buff we have here for some extra damage.
Is my witness.
And now instead, we're just going to go in with our champion here, who can get the kill.
Fresh food for the maggots.
So that's it for Boudicea. I hope this guide really showed off well just what she's capable of and what it is that I really like about her. She's probably my favorite Vanguard to use, my go-to. If you've made it this far, just want to say thanks for watching.